have the median of the numbers. Median is the middle number after rearranging in ascending or descending order. So over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So we are going to get 2 numbers in the middle because it is even. So let's cross out 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be part, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This will also be part. So then we'll find the average of these 2 numbers. That will give us the median. So median will be equal to 6 plus 7 over 2, and that will be 13 over 2, which is the same as 6.5. Now question 42. When 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, the possible outcomes are these. Where H represents a head and T represents a tail, what is the probability of randomly obtaining at least 2 heads? So at least 2 heads means we need to get 2 heads or more. So we have, this is 2 heads, this is 2 heads, this is 2 heads, this is 3 heads. So 2 or more. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 out of 8, which will give you 1 over 2. So the correct answer is 1 out of 2. So this bulky thing, that's what I just explained over here. This is bulky. I don't want to scare you. So you can simply go like this. Just at least 2 heads means 2 heads appearing. 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. Count all of them, then express over the sample space, and that will give you your answer. So all this bulky thing is what I just explained. Now let's move on to 43. 600 students write an examination. The probability of a randomly selected student failing the examination is 1 out of 5. How many students are expected to pass? Wow. So we have that the total number of students is 600. 600, and the probability of a randomly selected student failing the examination is 1 out of 5. So we know that probability, the total should be equal to 1. Therefore, we need to find the probability that a student passes, which should be 1 minus the 1 over 5, and this is the same as 5 out of 5. 5 minus 1 is 4 over 5. So that is the probability that a student passes. So to find the number of students who are expected to pass, just multiply the probability, that is the fraction, the proportion, by the total student, and that will give you, 5 will go here, 5 will go here, 5 will go here, which is 120 times, and 4 times 120 will give you 180. Therefore the correct answer is 480, not 180, 480. I will proceed to question 44. Item 44 refers to the following diagram, which show the cumulative frequency polygon of the lengths in meters of 20 fish that are caught by 2 fishermen. The interquartile range of the length of the fish is. So interquartile range is the third quartile minus the second quartile minus the first quartile, not the second quartile. So minus the first quartile. Now let's go. We have 3/4 of the total frequency minus 1/4 of the total frequency, the value that is corresponding to them. So the total frequency is 20, and 3/4 is the 15th occurrence, then 1/4 is the 5th occurrence. So we now come to our graph and trace. So tracing this, we have the 15th occurrence corresponding to this value here, which is 3.5, 3.6, 3.7. Then so this is 3.7, and this one is 1.1, 1.2, 1.2. So let's subtract 3.7 minus 1.2 give us 2.5 meters. So the correct answer is C. Now let's proceed to this. Which of the following diagram best explains a function? So for a function, we must have only one arrow coming out of the domain. So this is the domain, and this is the range, or this is the codomain. Now you can see this one, we have two arrows coming out of only one. Two arrows coming out of only one. So disqualified, disqualified. Three arrows coming out of only one element, disqualified. 1, 1, 1. So that will give you the correct choice. Now the 46th item, the equation of the line which passes through the point 0,5 and has a gradient of 4 is. So the equation of a straight line is given by y equal mx plus c. Now the m is the slope, which is the gradient, and the c is the y-intercept. So when we compare to the given values, we have c equal 5, this is c, and m is 4. So we plug into the equation to get y equal 4x plus 5. So the correct choice is option C. Item 47 refers to the following diagram of a number line. So we know all these values represent x, and we can see that all the values are less than 1. So the correct choice is x less than 1. Now for the 8th item, refers to the following graph of a straight line. Now the gradient of AB in the graph above is, so we know the gradient is given by rise over run. So you have a rise of 1, 2 and a run of 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will give you 2 out of 4, which is the same as 1 over 4. So the correct choice 1 over 2, which is D. So we note that this is to the right, positive, up, positive. So if f of x equal to x squared minus 1, then f of negative 3. We need to substitute, and this is the same as 9. So 2 times 9 minus 1, which is 80 minus 1, and that will give you negatives, and that will give you 17 positive. So this is the correct choice. Now item 50 refers to the following graph of quadratic function. So this is a quadratic function. The maximum point is this over here, and the coordinate of that point is 2, 4. Therefore the correct answer is D. That is the gradient of the straight line. 2y is equal to negative 3x minus 8. find the gradient, we need to rewrite the given equation in the form y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and the c is the y-intercept. So we divide through by 2 to get this. Now we can simplify this, then this also goes here 4 times. So this will give us this, and compare this equation to this, we have m is equal to negative 3 over 2. Therefore the slope is negative 3 over 2. Number 52 refers to the following arrow diagram, which shows a function f. Which of the following best describes the function? So now we need to find an equation. We have several ways you can do it. You can just pick values and plug into it to see whether all of them satisfy it. So another way to do it is to derive the equation yourself, and in doing that we have several ways. One of the ways is we use this, find the difference in the y values over the difference in the x values. So 5 to 3, the difference is 3, a constant difference, then the difference is 3, then 14 minus 11, the difference is 3. So it must be constant for you to be able to use this. Then let's check this difference too. The difference is also 3, 3, 3. So it means we have 3 over 3 x plus c, which is the same as y equal x plus c. Now at this point, any of this pair should satisfy this, so that we can find the value of c. So we can pick 5, 8, 8, 11, 2, 5, or 11, 14. So for simplicity sake, let's pick 2, 5. So we substitute 5 here and 2 here. Then we solve for c to get c is equal to 3. Now we substitute the c back over here to get y is equal to x plus 3. So that is the equation, y is equal to x plus 3. So 52, answer is A. Now let's look at 53. If each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 60 degrees, then the polygon is, so the exterior angle of a regular polygon, each exterior angle, so each exterior angle is given by each exterior angle is given by 360 degrees over n. So if the angle is 60, we have to equate this expression to 60 to get 360 over n is equal to 60 degrees. Now let's swap the positions. Let 60 come here, and we let n also come here to get 360 over 60 is equal to n. So that will give us 6. Therefore a polygon with 6 sides is called a hexagon. So the polygon is a hexagon. Item 54 refers to the following diagram. So this is diagram A, B, and CD are parallel. So this line and this line are parallel lines. Which of the following best describes the relation between x and y? So we know that alternate angles are equal. So alternate interior angles are x and y are alternate interior angles. So because they are equal, we have x to be equal to y. Therefore the correct choice is A. Now let's talk about 55. Item 55 refers to the following diagram of an isosceles triangle. In the triangle, the value of x is, so we know the sum of angles in a triangle will give us 180 degrees. So let's use the value of x plus 30 degrees is equal to 180. Proceed in we subtract 60 from both sides to get this x to be 120 degrees. So the answer is this. Now let's proceed with question 56. The image of a point, this point -2, 3, under a translation 3, 4 is. So to find the image of this point under this translation, we just add the translation vector, this vector, to a position vector corresponding to P, and that will give us, means we have to write P as a column vector. So this is one way of doing it. We have another way. You can just decide to do it in point form. So we have 3 minus 2, 4 plus 3, and that will give you 1, 7. So you write this as a point to get 1,7. So this is your answer. So another way you can do it is just add -2 to 3, then you also add 4 to 3, add 4 to 3, and that will give you the image. So the image point will be 3 minus 2 is 1, then 4 plus 3 is 7. So you can do it as quick as that. Now we have this 57. Item 57 refers to the following diagram of 2 straight lines. So we can see that for this straight line, the distance from A to line x equals 0, which is the y-axis, is the same as the distance from C to the y-axis. So the same thing applies here. The distance from B to the y-axis is the same as the distance from D to the y-axis. We can see that, we see that after this 1, 2, 3, there's 1 unit beyond, also 1, 2, 3, 1 unit beyond. So we can see that this is a reflection in the y-axis. So the correct choice is option D. Now option B, the reflection in the y-axis. Now item 58 refers to the following pair of similar triangles. So these 2 triangles are similar. We want to find the area of triangle MNO. We want to find the area of this triangle if the area of ABC is 20. So we can say that this has been reduced to obtain this. So we need to first of all determine the scale factor. So the scale factor is given by 3/6, which is 1/2. And when we simplify further, when we need to use this to determine the area of the triangle. So for the scale factor corresponding to the area, we need to square the scale factor of the size, which is 1/2 squared, and that will be equal to 1/4 times 20, and that will give you 5 centimeters squared. So this is one way of doing it. Now let's look at item 59. So item 59 refers to the following diagram, which shows an enlargement. So OA prime, OB B prime. So this line and this line are straight lines. Triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle A prime B prime C prime, this triangle, by an enlargement with center O. What is the scale factor of the enlargement? So to find the scale factor, we find the image length over the corresponding object length. So we can use this one, that is this length, C prime A prime over CA. So that will give you 4 units over 2. Or you can use this one, C prime B prime over CB, which is 2/1, and that will give you 2. So the scale factor is 2. Now our last question for this paper is this. Item 60 refers to the following diagram. The diagram above, not drawn to scale, shows that the angle of depression of a point x from z is 30 degrees. If x is 10 meters from y, the height of yz in meters is. So, because we are using this is parallel to this, so by alternate interior angle theorem, this angle is also 30 degrees. So we know an angle and we want to find the opposite knowing the adjacent. So we can use the so-called tangent ratio, and 30 will be equal to opposite yz over adjacent xy. So we substitute to get this. Now when we multiply both sides by 10, then by 10, so that we get rid of this, then we will obtain 10 tan 30 degrees is equal to yz. So 10 tan 30 is option A. In this tutorial, we will see how to solve questions 51 to 60 of the CXC January 2019 paper. The first question is the values of x at the points where y equals 4x minus x squared intersects y equals 0 are. So the line y equals 0 is the same as the x-axis. So the graph y equals 4x minus x squared is this parabola that has a maximum turning point. So where it intersects the x-axis, we have the x values to be x equals 0 and x equals 4. Therefore, the x-intercepts from the graph are x equals 0 and x equals 4. Hence, the correct answer is x equals 0, x equals 4. So the correct answer is option A, x equals 0, x equals 4. Now let us look at the next question. Which of the following sets is represented by the function f is such that x maps onto x cubed plus 3 with the given domain as 0, 1, 2, 3. So we are given a function f is such that x maps onto x squared plus 3, and we can rewrite this as f of x is equal to x squared plus 3. And the domain that is given to us is this, so we need to substitute each of these elements into this function to get this. So we want to find the element, we want to find the image that corresponds to x equals 0. So when x equals 0, we get 0 squared plus 3, then we get 0 plus 3, which is equal to 3. And we substitute x equal 1, we get f of 1 equal 1 squared plus 3, which is equal to 1 plus 3, and that will give us 4. Then we substitute x equal 2, we get 2 squared, which is 4, plus 3, which is 7. And when we substitute x equal 3, we get 3 squared, which is 9, plus 3, which is 12. So the ordered pairs will be 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 7, 3, 12. Therefore, the correct answer is 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 7, then 3, 12. So this is the correct answer. Now let's look at this one, question 53. Item 53 refers to the following diagram. In the diagram above, if the line y equals x is rotated anti-clockwise about 0, that is the origin, about O, through 90 degrees, what is its image? So we know that the given line is y equals x, which is our object, and we know the other pair that can lie on this line y equals x is a. That is, this is y is equal to a, and x is also equal to a. So you can see that y is equal to x. Now let's proceed with the solution. So the mapping for the 90 degrees anti-clockwise rotation is xy maps onto negative yx. So we need to swap this and negate the y coordinate. So we swapped and negate the y coordinate to get this. So we can see that this is x, this is x, and this is y. So x equal negative a, y equal a. So for this to be equal, we need to get something like negative a is equal to negative a. But we know that negative a is for x and a is for y, so negative of y. So we can solve for y to get y is equal to negative x. Therefore the correct answer is this. So we proceed with the next question. A, C, and D, E are straight lines intersecting at B. Angle DBA is equal to 58 degrees. The measure of angle ABE, this angle, we know these are linear pairs, adjacent angles that are linear pairs, and they will add up to 180. So we have angle DBA plus ABE equal 180 degrees. So we substitute to get 58 plus ABE equal 180. So subtract 58 from both sides. Then angle ABE will equal 122 degrees. So this is the correct answer. Which of the following angles are equal? So which of the following angles are equal? We were given this angle, we were given this diagram, and we know DBC, angle DBC will be equal to angle ABE. And angle DAB or angle ABD will be equal to angle CBE. So the correct answer will be D, by the vertical angle property. So the correct option is option D. Now we have this number 56. In each of the following diagram, A prime is the image of A, which of the diagram shows a refraction in the x-axis. So we know for refraction in the x-axis, it will be like a mirror. So this A prime is the image. So this is the image of this. You know this. If this is the mirror line, if x-axis is the mirror line, the image should form below here. We cannot get a mirror reflection of this over here. This is a reflection in the y-axis. Therefore, the correct answer is D. This cannot either be. So if you are standing here and this is a mirror, you see yourself right here, not this side. So the correct option will be D. Now let's look at the question 57. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to x degrees and angle B equal to 2x. What is the size of angle C? We know the sum of angles in a triangle will give us 180. So we substitute the angle A and the angle B, which is x plus 2x plus C is equal to 180 degrees. So 3x plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, and angle C will be equal to 180 degrees minus 3x when we subtract both sides by 3x. Therefore, the correct answer will be A. We have this item 58 refers to the following pair of similar triangles. So the length of MO in centimeters is, so we know if two triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides are in equal proportion. So we take the proportion MO over AC to be equal to MN over AB. Therefore, we substitute the values, and we know that 3 over 6 is the same as half. So half of 7 will be equal to 3.5. So we get this here by multiplying both sides by 7. Multiply both sides by 7. The 7 will cancel. The 7 will cancel this. We are left with MO to be equal to 3 over 6 times 7. And the correct answer will be 3.5. Question 58. A ship sailed 8 kilometers due east from A to B. It then sailed 6 kilometers due north to C. So sailing 8 kilometers due east. So this is our cardinal point, and this is the North Pole. 8 kilometers due east. So this is the east. When you are having a cardinal point here, this will be north, then this will be east, this will be east, and this will be south, and this will be west. So 8 kilometers due east is this direction, then 6 kilometers due north in this direction. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Now let's look at our final question. Under the translation, we have 2, -3. The image of 3, -5 is what? So translation is just the addition of vectors. So we add the translation vector to the given point. So we get the given point is 3, -1. We write that as a column vector to get 2, -3 plus 3, -5, and by addition of vectors we add corresponding coordinates components to get 2 plus 3, and that will give us 5, and -3 minus 5 is -8. So writing this as a point, we get 5, -8. Therefore, the correct answer is this.